him your ticket. This officer is right here harassing my son.
Doing this whole Black Lives Matter thing with the injustice of African Americans and brown people, I mean, it's hard to really trust the police at this present day and time due to the injustice that have been brought upon African Americans and brown people. The reason why this is so big today is because this is affecting the whole country. It's causing people to now take sides. You understand what I'm saying? Black Lives Matter. Blue Lives Matter. What does that mean in a sense pertaining to politics? It's a division amongst human beings. Police versus citizens. It comes to a point where things have to go according to plan. But according to whose plan? Every day for the past 400 years, consistently, African American people have been brutalized, tortured. We've been hung, slain. All types of stuff has transpired within that time. Some things has gotten better, some things has gotten worse. But from this whole dilemma, stemming from a mother and a father, or a mother and a stepfather, having to leave the comfort of their home, the confines of their home, to literally protect their son because they're being pulled over by a police officer. And the police officer is making these demands through a loudspeaker for this man to, pull over and get your paperwork out and all this other stuff that's going on, registration and insurance. The mother overhears this, and she goes outside in fear of her son's life. This is a big dilemma that we can no longer trust the police. The situations to where the cops even ride behind you. Some people get nervous. Most African Americans I know possibly may be nervous. I mean, especially right now. When is it an appropriate time to feel safe? Around these officials, these police officers. I mean, it's just a catch-22 for us. But at the end of the day, you have to educate yourself. Especially to the law. Because your rights may be violated. And it's something that you may be able to do about it, but you just don't know at that present point in time. But by that time, it's too late. You're either dead or in prison. Or let's say in county, lockup. So with that being said, this mom goes outside due to the fact that, the officer may ask you, license, registration. You go to reach for it or whatever. They find a reason, that's the reason to shoot you or whatever the case may be. This is a young African-American male, 19 years old, in California. At that, where the population of African-Americans is 11%. That's very low. That's a very small percentage, compared to 40% Caucasian and 30%, let's say Asian, and let's say 20%, Hispanic. Let's just say that for reference. I mean, you have these small numbers against these vast numbers of police officers per se, that's a dangerous thing because, people will utilize their abuse of power. And they would take advantage of that, type of scenario, because we're outnumbered. Numbers speaks volumes. But when your rights, your constitutional rights are violated as a citizen of the United States, that's a problem. And it's very problematic worldwide. Once again, especially for African Americans and brown people. The disadvantages are great, man, due to the dislikes, racism, prejudices, and everything that, you have to undergo on a daily basis. You haven't done anything to anybody, but because of the color of your skin. This is what this young man has to go through amongst many others that wasn't fortunate enough to make it out of a situation like that. Luckily his mother was there. His father was there, to support him in this heinous act of this Officer Johnson. She's standing there the whole time, hand shaking, waiting to pull the trigger, resting on her gun for approximately 15 minutes. That we can actually and visually see, while she's in view of the camera. How is an officer Or when is an officer at the point to whereas they feel their life is in danger, but they still there remaining calm? They're not making any demands. You're on the ground. Put your hands up, freeze. She did state that he was detained. I understand that. She watched him. The young man wasn't on probation or parole. She asked him the question 3 times, and the young man said no 3 times. But this officer, though, has this young man's information in her possession, in her hands, clipped at one point to her belt buckle, or let's say her belt. Refused to just go to the car and just run his information. But yet, you in fear of your life. Backup showed up approximately let's say 7 to 8 minutes into the video. You understand what I'm saying? Or maybe 15 minutes into the video. But it's just crazy, the audacity that this officer has. And it's not just the fact that it's a officer that's saying that she's so in fear of her life, that she has to be frantic or she has to pull her gun. But what I'm saying is, look how long it took for backup to arrive. So how serious was that situation in her mind? You understand? We all seen certain situations where officer calls for backup and they have a code that they, mention and let you know the severity of the case, and they're there in a heartbeat. Let's just say that example of domestic violence or domestic disturbance. And a female happens to be, a white female, maybe a black guy, whatever. They come in the instant. So you understand what I'm saying? Pay attention to the politics of this whole video that I'm going to show you guys in a second. It's going to be crazy. Well, it's not actually a video, but it's a short little clipping. And I need you guys to watch this.
And the cop harassing us. We're at our residence, and she is holding us hostage right now, and we are in fear for our lives right now.
And why are you in fear for your life against the
Because the cop has her hand on her gun. She's refusing to give my black son a ticket, and we've been standing here for about 10. Look, they almost got into an accident. We've been sitting here for 10, 20 minutes.
Okay, so is this a speeding violation, or they get pulled over?
They got pulled up. My son got pulled over in front of our house, and we've been asking for the ticket, and she has refused to give us the ticket.
So, I was sitting there watching it myself, like, wow. I'm going to put the link in the description below. Please like, subscribe, and share. Get this thing out, because this right here is just, it's an abuse of power. You understand? The officer is literally sitting there harassing his family, this young man. I understand he was detained, but if it's just that serious, of a scenario, why didn't backup arrive a lot sooner? I know they have their little protocols for, priority calls or whatever the case may be. But still, this is an officer saying, hey, I am in fear of my life. Wow. It's a lot of stuff going on in this world today. And sometimes, things just get out of hand and get, blown out of proportion and stuff like that, man. The mentality of some of these officers and stuff, you have to put yourself, in a black man's, shoes and look at it from that black man's perspective, male or female. Right now, in this present day of time, right now, brown skin people, same thing. Right now. This young man haven't had any contact with any law officials ever in his life. I mean, people could tell you, if police ever pull you over, try to stay calm, keep your hands on the steering wheel, stuff like that, just be easy. All this person is thinking right now, okay, am I going to live or am I going to die? It's a strong possibility. And the chances are very high, right now for us Africans, Americans, and brown skinned people. So there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. At the end of the day, these officers commit these crimes, they get a slap on the wrist, they get suspended with pay and all this other stuff, and in certain situations, they keep their jobs. After the fact, after the investigation, you can clearly see that there's wrongdoing in this whole case, but a civilian, a citizen, commit these type of crimes, especially against an officer. I don't condone that type of activity, but you get knocked in the head, 25 to life. I mean, there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. You are going down. You understand me? And it's real sad and very unfortunate situation. But just to be harassed and ridiculed and being told, this, that, and the third, I'm a fear of my life, and that's why she has her hand on her gun or whatever. It's a blatant outright lie. And this is what they do. They tell these lies because they feel, everybody has their back in the legal system. And 9 times out of 10 they do. But now everything is being brought to the forefront. You're not getting away with that now. Black lives do matter. All lives matter. The division is up and coming, and it's going to be chaotic. It's officers versus civilians. It's not going to be just, officers doing things to blacks or brown people. I mean, it's people who's biased to this whole thing, who's not saying, kill them all or whatever, they deserve this. It's a lot of people who have integrity. No, that's not right, from all races. So, I mean, it's going to be a problem. It's going to be a problem, guys. We got to get these police officers, out of there. If they have to do a whole reform, the police departments worldwide, man, they have to do and get it done, man, because too many innocent people, especially African Americans and brown skin people, are losing their lives at the hands of these police officers. And they would sit there, they would doctor up the police reports. I mean, they would plant things on you, such as drugs, guns, whatever they can do to justify their actions, man. They're going to do it. It happens in a mayor's position and on up as well in the police department. Things is happening. A lot of things has been exposed. A lot of people have been exposed. So this just keep your eyes open and pay attention to everything, man, and then just be safe out there, y'all, because right now there's no telling if you're going to be able to go home and come back safe for not driving out on these roads and just walking to the store and coming back. It's real out here, y'all. One love, man. Be easy.